We're here with Regis Prograis trainer Bobby Benton and of course Julian Chua, who trains a lot of fighters. Bobby, how's it been here training in Wildcard West for Regis Prograis' upcoming fight?
It's been too nice. Not rough enough.
Let's talk about the weather, because I know it's a little bit humid over there more than it is right here in California. How's it been, that transition?
Like I said, it's too nice. The weather's nice here. Everything's great. But you know, everything's been good. The gym's good. You know, you got great trainers here. Julian, all the sparring partners been good. So we've had a good time out here. It's time to get back home though.
How does it feel that, you know, Regis is making so much noise that they're giving them, you know, the main event, fighting on ESPN? It's in New Orleans. It's kind of a big deal. How does that feel? Well,
he's earned it. You know, it wasn't given to him. He worked for everything he's got. You know, a lot of these guys are hand-fed. We look at our showbox fights. They were elimination bouts. You know, every time we're on a showbox fight, you're fighting tough guys. There's no easy fights once you get on there, and we have 5 of them. So that's usually guys have 1 or 2 and they move on. We were in some tough fights, so he deserves this. He deserves everything he's getting.
When did you notice that there was something special in Regis? When did it hit you?
Well, early in training, so when he first came to the gym, he was just a beast. He wanted to fight every day. There was no, you know, he wanted to walk everybody down and be tougher than everybody. And then I started to work on his defense. I'm like, this kid's got great defense. What the hell is going on? Why is it, you know? So we started working on it, and he doesn't have to get hit. That's what made me like, okay, this kid's got it. He's got real good defense. You know, he can punch. He's got everything you want.
And talk about his next fight. The guy he's fighting, he's obviously a veteran, but it's still a tough fight.
Yeah, Juan Jose Velasco he's not, obviously he's 20-0 for a reason, 21-0 for a reason. He's definitely coming to take what we got. So you can't sleep on these guys, because you look at Maidana and you know, all the Argentina guys, Sergio Martinez. Those guys, nobody knew they were until they got here, and then all of a sudden, you know, they pull a couple upsets and they're real guys. So we can't sleep on him.
Bobby, I spoke to Regis. He says he doesn't see himself moving up to welterweight until he cleans out the division. That means the likes of Mikey Garcia and so forth. How do you visualize? How do you see those fights between Regis and those fighters?
I like our chances. You know, Regis is the most dangerous guy out there. You know, if I had a guy, I wouldn't want to fight him. I'd try to avoid him. You know, he's dangerous. He's doing stuff that Tyson did. You know, like when he hits you, he's making these guys. You know, he's making them dizzy. They're discombobulated. They can't recover. You know, it's just not. Tyson used to do that when he'd hit them. They'd just be, you know, they could never recover. And then he's on you, and there's nothing you can do. So I like our chances with anybody.
What happened with the Ramirez fight? Because I know a lot of fans are looking forward to it, and he actually made a video painting a picture of him of what would happen if they were to fight.
Well, we're fighting on a top-ranked show on ESPN, so you can kind of do the math. They gave us a great deal. You know, I don't know, you know, what they did, why they didn't want it, but you know, they gave us a deal. You know, we're fighting on ESPN right before Pacquiao. All the stuff you can't pass up in his hometown in New Orleans to not fight Ramirez.
I feel like if not 1 fight away, maybe 2 fights away, or whatever Top Rank decides to do, they know what they're doing more than me. It'll be a humongous fight. And Regis was saying that he just wants it on neutral grounds, whether that's New York or Los Angeles. Do you feel the same?
I don't care where we fight him. We can fight him in his backyard. It's not going to matter. To me, he's and no disrespect, he's a great fighter, but that's style-wise, he's tailor-made for Regis.
Were you impressed by his last performance, or what did you think?
Absolutely. It was a tough fight. You know, he's no walkover. You know, he can punch. He's dangerous. So yeah, I mean, he looked good, but style-wise, he's tailor-made for Regis.